supplies I will be using to wash my hair. I will be using Straight from Eden Hydrating Shampoo. I will be deep conditioning with Beautiful Textures Rapid Repair Deep Conditioner. After I've done that, then I will be using, it's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. And when I am actually installing the Curlformers, I will be putting some leave-in conditioner on my ends, and this is by As I Am, and I'll be sealing that with the Straight from Eden repairing oil. In order to hold the style, I will be mixing some olive oil smooth and hold pudding with some EcoStyler, the olive oil type. And in order to install the Curlformers, I will be using this hook tool. And it's probably looks a little longer than ones you've seen because I have an extra extension piece in the middle so that I can use it with the long and narrow. Because if I don't have the extra extension piece in the middle, then it will not work with the long and narrow. It won't go all the way through. So I actually got this extension piece when I ordered these long and narrow type Curlformers from eBay, and I'll put the information about where I ordered them from down below. And as far as hair tools, I will be using a Denman brush right before I put in the Curlformers, and in order to detangle my hair after I've washed, I will be using one of these rather large combs. So I just finished washing my hair and conditioning, and now I'm going to spray some leave-in conditioner in it. In order to make sure that my hair is dry and ready, so I don't have to sleep in the Curlformers tonight, I am going to let it air dry probably until it's about 70 to 80% dry. So once that has happened, then I will show you how I install the Curlformers. So my hair is about 80% dry. I just air dried it. As you can see, it has grown larger. And now I'm going to start installing the Curlformers. I'm going to start at the back and then move towards the front. I'm going to speed up the back because it's kind of hard to see, and when I get towards the front, then I will slow it down and give you a little bit of description about what I'm doing further. So here we go. First, I'm going to section off my hair into about 3 sections. I'm not going to be too definite with the parts because I don't want there to be parts whenever I take out the Curlformers, so I'm going to just separate using my hands. So I have the top part, the crown, and then I have the middle section here, and then I have the bottom piece, which is where I will be installing the Curlformers first. And I'm going to further battery on my camera died, so I just went ahead and did some more while it was charging. I just have this front section left, and I'm going to do a few pieces and I'll explain what I'm doing once again so that you can get a better view and hopefully understand how these work. So I'm going to scoot a little closer. I'm going to take down the section. Once again, I'm going to part with my fingers because I don't really want a defined part, so that when I take down the Curlformers, it's a lot easier to blend. So I'm going to take a section and clip it. Then I'm going to add some leave-in conditioner, just a little bit, root to tip, and then some smooth and hold pudding, about that much. Also root to tip. And since this is on the edge, I'm going to make sure I get my edges. Then some EcoStyler gel. From the root all the way down to the tip. And then lastly, some straight from Eden repairing oil. And I'm just going to take about a half a pump, not too much, and smooth that over the hair. Okay, in between, I'm going to wipe my hands off because I have all that product on it and it makes the hook slippery. And as you could see before, sometimes the hook would come apart because it is separatable. I don't know if that's a word, but it is today. That's for packing it away. It makes it a lot easier. So if you have too much hair or you pull the wrong way, then it will come apart. I mean, I could super glue it together, but I think it's good that it comes apart because I know that I might be damaging my hair. So sometimes that can be a little frustrating, but it also is kind of a safety mechanism, I suppose. So you can get the hang of it once you have tried a few pieces. So I'm going to take my Curlformer, and I'm using the orange on this side because it will make the curls curl away from my face. So if you see when I put it against my temple, you can see the spiral is going away from the face. So I like to do my curls that way. If you like to have them going towards your face, then you would use the pink. Do you see when I put the spiral here towards my temple, the curl is going towards the face. So I'm using orange on this side. I'm going to take a small piece. And I find that the smaller the sections, the longer the style lasts. So I'm not sure exactly how many Curlformers I have used already, but by the end of the video I will have that information for you. But the smaller you, the more you have, the smaller the sections you can make, and the more defined and longer the style lasts. So after I've brushed out the section with my Denman brush, I'm then going to put the Curlformer on the hook, and I'm going to do that by sliding the hook through the rubber edge, and it's pretty easy to go on. And I'm going to slide it all the way through until the hook comes out the other end. I'm then going to take the hair and I'm going to twist it once in the direction the curl is going. So since the curl is going to go away from my face, I'm going to twist my hair once away from my face. I'm then going to hook the hair on to the hook. I'm going to slide up the Curlformer so that it covers the hook and all you see is some of the hair poking out. Then I'm going to let go of the hair, and I'm going to hold on to the rubber part and kind of open it by squeezing either end. And then I'm going to slowly and carefully pull on the hook while technically I guess I'm kind of pulling up on the Curlformer so that it doesn't slide down my hair. And I'm going to pull the hook all the way through, and the Curlformer should curl back up on its own. If it doesn't, then it's pretty easy to get it to do so by stretching it out and letting it go. So that is one. I'll show you one more and then I'm going to speed up the video some more. So take a section, slide the Curlformer through. I'm going to twist it away from my face just one time. You don't want to twist it too much because if you do, when you take your curls out, it will look kind of funny at the roots. And then I'm going to pull my hair through. Since that was a really small section, then it went through pretty easily. Okay, about the front of my hair, so whenever I am finished, my part will be about right here. I like to wear my Curlformer style off to the side. However, one would think that you would just use all orange over here so that they laid flat, and then use all pink over here. But that leaves your roots kind of flat, and I like them to have some volume. So what I'm actually going to do is make this little section into pink. Put pink Curlformers in this section so that when I flip it over to this side, I have some body and volume over here and not so much over here. If you wanted to, you could even put some orange ones over here to give some volume as well. I may put a few orange away from my face, so maybe the second one in the row, just to kind of not make this area look too flat. So keep on watching. So actually, instead of doing this first, it's going to be a lot easier for me to start from the bottom so that this doesn't get in the way when I get there. So I am actually going to be starting from over here and working my way up towards the top so that I don't get any tangles. I'm going to be putting orange in the rest of this side because whenever I take out the Curlformers, I'm going to be flipping this part of my hair over so that I have a side part. So instead of using the pink, I'm going to be using the orange because I want them to go away from my face over here. So I am all finished. I have the Curlformers fully installed. In the intro, I said that I was going to be using 2 different sizes, but I actually ended up just using all of the long and, well, the extra long and narrow. I still do have a few left. So this is how much I have left out of my set. And like I told you before, I will count how many I have in my hair when I take them out, So I've sat underneath the hooded dryer now for about an hour. I alternated between high and low heat just because I cannot take high heat for the whole entire time. You could sleep in these, but it is very, 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 very uncomfortable. So that is why I make sure my hair is mostly dry before I start. And I sit underneath the dryer to dry them before I go to bed because I cannot sleep in these. So I'm going to take out one of my front Curlformers first just to show you how I do it. And then I'm going to start from the back and work my way towards the front. So in order to remove the Curlformer, what you want to do is you want to grab it, stretch it out. So I'm stretching it out so that it is straight and not curled anymore. Then you want to grab the rubber portion at the top and squeeze it just like whenever you were putting it on the hair. And oops, sometimes that happens, but just stretch it back out. And after you have it squeezed and the top is open, then you are just going to pull it straight off, and it shouldn't catch on any of your hair or anything. And I'm just going to double check that my hair is dry, because if it's not, then I will need to go back underneath the dryer. So this feels like it's dry, but I think I'm going to go back under for probably about another 10-15 minutes, because it might be just a little bit damp. But as you can see, you get a nice curl, very symmetrical, bouncy still. It's not crunchy, and it's soft to the touch. So I'm going to go back underneath the dryer for a little bit, and then I will come back and take them all out. But this is what it looks like when you squeeze the top rubber portion in order to take it off. So it should open up so that you can pull the hair straight through and it does not get caught. So I got all the Curlformers